A trainee doctor is brutally raped and murdered inside a government hospital. Immediately, the streets fill with furious citizens, but the outrage quickly expands beyond a single horrific crime. Medical professionals and ordinary people begin pointing to severe hospital safety failures, deliberate police delays, and allegations that crucial evidence was actively tampered with by the authorities. The situation requires an external referee. Reviewing the state's handling of the case, the Calcutta High Court formally declares the local investigation highly unsatisfactory. They strip the state police of their jurisdiction entirely, handing the investigation over to the Central Bureau of Investigation. When the highest regional court has to confiscate a criminal investigation from local authorities, it reveals a complete collapse of public trust in the people hired to protect them. Mamata Banerjee and her Trinamool Congress Party exercise absolute political dominance over West Bengal. Yet the outrage surrounding the RG Kar Hospital is not an isolated incident. It belongs to a much larger, recurring pattern where state institutions buckle and citizens are left vulnerable. If we strip away the loud, partisan noise of political rallies, what actually remains? What do the highest courts and federal investigative agencies empirically prove about how this state operates? West Bengal's governance crisis is recorded in a judicial ledger composed of court rulings, frozen bank accounts, and central agency probes. The clearest example of state-level institutional failure is the 2016 West Bengal School Service Commission recruitment scam. The Supreme Court of India reviewed the case and delivered a definitive ruling. The entire selection process for state teachers was intentionally compromised by illegalities. The court responded by completely voiding the recruitment process. Thousands of teaching appointments were erased in a single stroke. Federal investigators followed the money straight to the top, resulting in the arrest and prolonged detention of the state's former education minister, Partha Chatterjee. Systemic corruption on this scale means the state apparatus stops serving the public. Government employment becomes an extractive racket, directly robbing qualified citizens of fair opportunities. Outside the state capital, white-collar corruption translates into physical lawlessness. We see this vividly in the rural island region of Sandeshkhali. Local women bravely came forward with severe allegations against a local TMC-linked strongman named Sheikh Shah Jahan and his associates, detailing systematic agricultural land grabbing and horrific sexual abuse. Shah Jahan operated with such impunity that when enforcement director officers arrived to conduct a raid, a violent mob swarmed and attacked their vehicles. Following that attack, the strongman went into hiding. It took authorities 55 days to finally locate and arrest him. Sandeshkhali exposes a reality where local governance and unchecked criminal party muscle have become indistinguishable. This strongman culture is fueled by financial patronage. In a separate cattle smuggling probe, the enforcement director seized bank deposits worth 26 crore rupees linked to TMC figures like Anubrata Mondal. Flush with cash, these local power networks enforce their dominance through severe political violence, particularly in the periods of retribution immediately following state elections. Once again, the courts have stepped in. The Calcutta High Court ordered multiple CBI and Special Investigation Team probes to address the ensuing murders, rapes, and thousands of violently displaced victims. The continuous need for external judges to mandate basic homicide investigations suggests that the state apparatus is either unable or unwilling to protect its own citizens from political violence. Evaluating Mamata Banerjee's tenure requires navigating intense, highly polarized political warfare. Opposition groups consistently hurl accusations at her government, claiming widespread minority appeasement and the intentional use of illegal Bangladeshi migrants as a manufactured voting bloc. But we must draw a strict boundary. Until election authorities or official courts provide definitive proof of mass voter roll fraud, these remain political allegations, not established facts. Classifying these as campaign rhetoric is essential if we want to accurately diagnose the situation. That political noise creates a thick smokescreen. It distracts public attention away from the severe structural failures that are actively harming citizens right now. What remains is a deeply fractured state. Institutional credibility has evaporated, leaving behind an atmosphere of public fear and vulnerability. The documented failures of West Bengal's governance persist: systemic recruitment corruption, the rise of local strongman rule, and a state apparatus frequently overruled by the courts. Supreme Court verdicts and CBI charge sheets show a landscape where citizens must rely on the judiciary